First mission done. Yay. Only took me an hour.
This is the Hound Pits pub, closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Ooh, I'm dishonored. I'll go in this door then.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the
Not
Empress.
surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress. We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo.
Where's my pint?
I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested. Good to have you with us, Corvo. Nothing against the others, but there's no substitute for a man who's done his service for the crown.
Stay alert and stay loyal.
Have you talked to Piero yet?
No.
He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison. Go see him when you can.
Well, okay. How am I supposed to go see Piero? Oh, right. Why can't I just use the key to the door?
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil's run out.
No.
Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful.
Sure thing, buddy.
When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances developed. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. Good Admiral has paid for installation of my own system, which will enable to work on this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, a magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever, we'll begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Grease Oil Company has done something correctly, for once. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwell, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off its fattiest parts while it still lives. Ouch. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variant in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 meters. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Within I found row upon row of teeth and baleen running through the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of growing plague crisis. The dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and if accepted, with a 2-week training tour, pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1.5 normal pay grade. Cool. Come on. There we go. Of course I've attempted to improve upon Sokolov designs. Of course, but why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We're all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. Further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but some day you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they're nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Just fuck all in there, mate.
Perfect. Now plug it in.
Will do, buddy.
Just get it near the receptacle. Magnetism will do the rest. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Center lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge
there we
the
go, that's
city
better.
for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Let's have a look.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Righty.
Sleep well.
This does not look like reality.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you.
Oh, cheers, buddy.
Come find me.
You cannot save her, 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 you cannot save her. Yeah. That. Chest. Amazing chest ahead. Oh, what? Whee! How did I not... Apparently not. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, try that again, eh? What? There we go. Wait, what the fuck are you doing?
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune. Cool. Dark vision. Yeah, we need that. How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Oh yeah. Bone charm. That's a lot of reading. God damn. Oh, yeah, we'll skip that. That's it. Once again, that's a lot of reading.
The river crust infestation has spread downriver as far as the river mouth and flooding districts. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river.
I hope not too.
Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
We'll go with that for now.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh,
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
Apricot's armor.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although Father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
Okay. Who are you?
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sakonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad here and there.
Cool story, Wallace. It's been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I only hope they succeed in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If we find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwell Navy will secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo, can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Glad you have faith in me, mate. God. Oh yeah, cool.
Good day, Master Corvo.
Good day. What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler early in the morning? Feed him to the rats for, feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver, slice his throat with a rusty cleaver, slice his throat with a rusty cleaver early in the morning. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over, stuff him in a sack and throw him over, stuff him in a sack and throw him over early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning. There we go. Some beautiful singing now, if I don't mind saying so myself. Okay.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weaver count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Caldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits. Glad to see you got your rest, Corvo. You'll need it.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Let's have a pint. Got a glass.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded districts. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me, but my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
Spare Captain Kernow. Yeah, suppose we can do that. Cool, man. Bag of powder crystal, Tibian ore. What's wrong with these metals in Bristol? King's Sparrow feathers. You need feathers. Sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy, everything you need was paid off by a tariff and handed out willy-nilly. Tie ass.
Part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within? It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
Let's go see Samuel. go kill this dude so soon, eh?
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together.
Alright. Fair enough.
What can I do for you?
Is it worth buying rooms, or do we get plenty throughout the game? No, we'll get yeah, upgrades. Seem like a better option actually. Go.
Ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
Just give the signal.
Mask on. Let's go.